So let's start on our new video. Okay, so today we went to a birthday party for one of my old college schoolmates, and we compared notes of how things have been. And I also met another one of my college schoolmates before. Once again, we're actually all three friends, and we just compared notes about being parents and how it's how it's easy and how it's difficult, and the complications. And so, as parents, we want to celebrate our kids like birthdays, as and give them the memories that we may or may not have received when we were kids. If we received it, we want them to have the same level. If we never received that kind of treatment, we want them to start getting like some special treatment that we didn't receive, right? So, um, but you have to temper your expectations with kids, you know, because you buy them a nice toy, or you throw them a nice event or party, and maybe they don't eat all the food, or maybe they destroy the toy that they said they loved so much. And it's just, in some ways, it's inevitable. You're going to feel a bit heartbroken. And so we touched base on that as well. Um, yeah. So after that, we went all the way to Naga City. And guys, if you're in Cebu and you've never gone to Naga City, um, go. It's nice. They do put a lot of effort to make the place feel very festive. Every year it just gets bigger and better. Whereas in Cebu City, I don't know what's going on with like the funding. It's just like they throw together a tree, and then all that money, there's nothing else left. And it doesn't seem well planned at all. It seems very poorly structured. Um, but in Naga City, man, like the boardwalk looks nice, and like the decorations all the way like until the boardwalk, going from like the stretch of road that starts from like parts of Minglanilla, turning into that Naga uh, cities, like I don't know, like what it's called, like, but proper. And it's just nice. It was done very well. I was very impressed. And they're starting to have more and more amenities there too. Guys, if you want kids who want to start training different sports, have an athletic like background, then you want to be in a place like Naga City, because they have the facilities, they have the teams, they have the competition. If you want your kid to do good in volleyball, they have a lot of volleyball players. In fact, you go there at like 9 p.m. Sometimes you'll see people playing volleyball. Basketball, there's a lot of teams. Tennis, yes. Badminton, of course, and even some martial arts. I was very impressed, honestly. In fact, I believe Naga City should lean into that and be more like the sports oriented of the cities. Suffice to say, you know, that sucks in some ways. I'm proud of it. Like, I'm happy for Naga City, but like Cebu City, guys, you guys need to step it up. Like the way you guys, handle like the decorations sometimes and some of the events, including like, you know, the province itself handling Sinulog. Like there needs to be more organization. In fact, I do suggest that like you might have, like you can have an event where it's like a storyline. You can highlight different parts of that story, of like the whole like Sinolog like story, like of Magellan and stuff, Lapu Lapu, like involve Lapu Lapu like into it, as a hero. And then like their battle happens in Cebu, and they can portray it in different ways, because there's like Fort St. Pedro is like one of the places where like they had to stand against the Spanish, right? So, and I have other ideas, but man, I was here back in the day when they had Sinolog, and they had like street parties in Sinolog, and you can drink. Back then you could drink while you walked during Sinolog. Me and my like jiu-jitsu team, we would tie like we would use duct tape. No, duct tape. Yeah, duct tape, and duct tape both of our hands, and it was called Edward Beer Hands. And Like you weren't allowed to use any of your hands until you finished both beers. And it was always fun. And anytime like we went somewhere, like in any of the events, we always got in for free. And no one really messed with us because we're like a whole team. It was just memories, man. Like I'm not saying that it has to go back to that degenerate like Sinologue's like, yeah, party, 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 but like it has to be like some elements of fun has to come back because I understand like the aspect of like cleaning it up because it is like a religious event, but there could be some ways to still work around and still provide like something of sustenance. I know the parades are nice, hey, but like there should be something people can carry. It feels like everyone's everywhere, like trying to celebrate something somewhere. Because when they try to have it where it's like part of it was in Cebu City, part of it was like in like in what is it called? The highway, SRP. The issue was that like in any place where you live, whether it's America or any country, when you have a big event, you're gonna like split the crowd if you don't have a way to like unite when the big thing and where the big thing's gonna happen. So, um, yeah, so there are a lot of vendors that were just pissed off and crashing out because, yeah, they didn't know they were paying rent to the city and they were like, hey, I'm not making money in this part. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens, and I'll try to maybe post videos here about it. But like, I want this channel to be like just me talking about the events and stuff. So I don't like do any editing, any. I want to be consistent, at least one form of consistency in this, to see how the game is like. How this YouTube game is like. So I can show you guys, hey, that's what they said. What they said is true, man. Like if you're consistent, you can reach some following, something. I know I have sustenance and I have a sustenance substance to share with you guys. There is some meat and potatoes in all this. Again, I still don't know if I'm going to be speaking Bisaya too part way, but because I don't know Tagalog. Yeah, but I don't know even how much following I'll have if I speak in Bisaya only. So maybe I'll mix it, maybe I won't. But yeah. Um, so another thing is, so during the day, that conversation came up during the birthday about like Tampo and like some of the men. We were talking about like how like we are handling relationships out here, and it's the same problem whether you're a Filipino man or a Philam guy or just a complete foreigner. Like Tampo is real, and guys, like we should work hard like to kind of alleviate like those issues because it shouldn't be where like we should just accept it, but like man, I don't know. I guess like mm, just know you have a good partner. Don't be like a walking zombie. Try to fix the fight because there are some ways that it can come back in the future. You never know, but uh, as it stands, those are some of the things that happen. Another thing is what is it? Oh yeah, man. Like for people who are like freelancers, not like for people who get paid by like the hour, actually, and who do have like some freedom to like cancel a little bit. Whenever there's events, just know like how much the person cares about you. Like sometimes like these events, we end up, even though you're inviting us, we end up paying by not being able to work. Like I went to a wedding one time. It was like 3 or 4 days, and it covered 2 weekends, and I worked like 10 hours on 2 weekends. And if you add that all together, like you're talking about like a decent, considerable amount of money, like a considerable amount of money. So yeah, just taking consideration that sometimes like if um there's some of your guests, not all guests are treated equally. Sometimes like they are, sacrificing a lot more. Just show them that you mean well, you know. And not to say I had any problems, but I'm just saying like it is a thing. Uh, but yeah, so it goes back to it like patience all around, you know. But yeah, I'll see you guys again in our next video. Hopefully, this wasn't just me talking myself in a circle, but see you guys soon. Take care.